So, what's on Harrison today? Like I mentioned before, there's a whole mixture of things on the block. Right now I'm going to introduce each of the buildings on Harrison and talk a little about each one. Let's start with the apartments. These apartments take up most of the block towards Mariposa Street. These are the live/work apartments and they look really comfortable, but I'm sure they're pretty expensive to live in. Next to the apartments is Evergreen Gardens, a Vietnamese restaurant. The owners are very friendly, and the food is pretty good. Also, they have an awesome outside eating area. The whole restaurant has different kinds of plants all over the place. It feels really nice to eat here, away from the loud and hard-edged buildings of the city. Across the street from Evergreen, you could see the PG&E building and its parking lot. I talked to a woman who works in the office in that building, and she told me that the block looks very different from what it was before. Which isn't a complaint, she actually likes the change and thinks it's good for the block. On the other side of the street is Erie's Auto Truck Repair. They have been in business for quite some time now, and you can see them constantly working on trucks and cars inside their garage. According to their website, they handle anything from oil changes and tune-ups to transmission service, fleet repair, auto, electrical work, and a lot more. Next to Erie's Auto Truck Repair is a residential house and an office building. They're both kind of odd, and I don't know what goes on inside of them, but every once in a while I see someone leave the residential house. As for the offices, they always seem to be doing some kind of packaging of some sort. Next to the residential house and office building is Mr. Muggles, a dog daycare. I worked there for about a year, and I think this daycare has helped make the block a much more happier and enjoyable place. In a way, the dogs that visit help brighten up the block, and it's really funny to see the dogs drag their owners toward the daycare. And next to Mr. Muggles is a studio where they specialize in woodworking called Linden Street Design. They make some pretty awesome stuff in there, and you can sometimes see it from outside. Right next to Linden Street Design is a production studio called Singer's Production. The people from there are really nice and can be seen hanging out in the front, sometimes smoking. Lastly, towards the end of my block is GIMS, which stands for Galindo's Installation and Maintenance Service. They sometimes have various chairs and furniture outside their building for sale, and there's always a big truck with their name on it in front.